Hello everyone, welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest update across South Sudan and beyond. Thank you for joining me today. If you are new here, this channel brings you real stories with clear explanation and honest update about what is happening in South Sudan, and across the region. Today's news is heavy. We will talk about the killing of a World Food Program worker in Nasir in Upper Nile State. And we are going to talk about the growing danger facing humanitarian workers in South Sudan. We are also going to talk about the drone attack in Sudan that reportedly killed more than 50 civilians. What this means for ordinary people and what could happen next. Before we start this breaking and upsetting news, please, I would like you to help the channel by subscribing and turn on the notification bell. Whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Let's begin our report with aid worker shot dead in Nasir. According to the report, a staff member working for the World Food Program, also known as WFP, was shot and killed early Tuesday morning in Nasir County, Upper Nile State. This is very sad news. According to local authorities, the aid workers was a Kenyan national name, Howard Kaguyira. He was working as a coordinator for food airdrop operations. That means he was helping organize food delivery by air to communities in need. He had arrived in Ngwen village one day before the incident. He came with other team members to help prepare for food distribution. But around 5 a.m., he was shot by an army man, just like that. A man who came to help hungry families lost his life. Nasir County Commissioner Mr. Changfied confirmed the killing. He strongly condemned the act and said an investigation has started. The commissioner said there was no known conflict between the victim and the suspect. According to report, the suspect may have been intoxicated during the night. Authorities believe alcohol could have played a role in the incident. The suspect, identified as Changfied, is still on the run. A search operation is ongoing. Police have detained his wife and brother while investigation continues. This is not just one death. This is a blow to humanitarian work. The World Food Program provides food to thousands of vulnerable people in Sudan and South Sudan. When aid workers are attacked, food deliveries stop. Fear increases, communities suffer, and international organizations become more cautious. And sometimes operations are suspended. South Sudan, one of the most dangerous places for aid workers. The United Nations has repeatedly said that South Sudan is one of the most dangerous countries in the world for humanitarian workers. This is because of armed conflict, intercommunal violence, looting, road ambushes, and political instability. In resentment, fighting has increased again between government force and opposition group linked to the Sudan People Liberation Army in opposition under Vice President Dr. Machar, who is now facing trial in Juba. Because of this fighting, about 280,000 people have been displaced since late December. And in that fighting, more than 235,000 of them are in Jonglei State alone. These are families forced to leave their home. Many now depend completely on humanitarian food assistance. Humanitarian convoys have been attacked, supplies have been looted, access to some areas has been blocked. Early this month, the World Food Program suspended operation in Balit County after a repeat attack on aid truck. This tells us something important. Aid workers are risking their life every day. They are not soldiers, they are not politicians, they are there to help hungry people, yet they are being targeted. When one aid worker is killed, the impact is spread wide, delivery slow down, Staff fear traveling. Funding may be affected and food shortage increase. The acting director of the Relief and Rehabilitation Commission and Nasir called this killing a tragic loss. And it truly is. Because without humanitarian workers, thousands of people may go without food. Let us take a moment to think. A man leaves his home country to help people in need. He traveled to a conflict zone. He works early in the morning and he never returns home. This is painful and this should not be normal. Let's go on to Sudan. Drone strike killed over 50 civilians in Sudan. Now we move across the border to Sudan. Another serious situation is unfolding there. According to the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights has raised alarm. More than 50 civilians were reportedly killed in drone strike over 2 days this week. The UN Human Rights Chief Volker Turk say he is deeply concerned. He said this attack show how dangerous drone warfare has become for ordinary people. He described it, the killing, as part of a growing pattern. According to report, on February 15, 2026, a drone strike hit Al-Safiya market in northern Kordofan state. In that attack, or in that drone strike, 28 civilians were killed and 13 others were injured. Markets are placed where families buy food, where traders sell goods, and where children sometimes follow their parents. This was not a battlefield. The next day, February 16, a drone reportedly hit a shelter for displaced people in West Kordofan. In that attack, 26 civilians were killed. 15 of them were children. 15 others were injured. Children, this is very heartbreaking when you look at it, killing children. On the same day, drone reportedly struck 2 primary schools in South Kordofan. Casualty number were not immediately confirmed. In another incident, hospital in Sennar state was hit. At least 3 civilians were killed. 7 were injured, including a medical worker. Hospital should be a safe place. A school should be a safe place. The market should be a safe place, but they are becoming target. The conflict in Sudan involved the Sudanese army forces and the Rapid Support Force. Both sides have been accused of carrying out drone strike. The United Nations said attack on civilian areas must stop immediately. Volker Turk called for protection of civilians, an end to the violence, a ceasefire, and dialogue between the warring sides. He also urged other countries to stop sending weapons that fuel the conflict. Let us connect these two stories. In South Sudan, aid workers are being killed. In Sudan, civilians are being killed by drone strike. What do these stories have in common? Incident, people are suffering, children are suffering, women are suffering, and aid workers are suffering. Conflict is spreading fear across the region, and humanitarian work is becoming more dangerous. Some people may say this is far from me, but it is not. When instability grows in the region, food price increase, refugees numbers increase, security risk increase, and development slow down. Peace in one country affects peace in another. We are connected. What needs to happen? Protection of humanitarian workers, respect for international law, and to attack on civilian, dialogue between fighting parties, and accountability for crime. Without accountability, violence continues. And without peace, development cannot grow. Today's stories are painful. Food aid workers shot in Nasir, children killed in drone strike in Sudan, hospital and school under attack, but we must continue speaking about these issues. Silence does not help. Truth matter. On Sheng News, we'll continue to bring you update, fact, and human-centered reportings.